Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dwayne Haskins and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. About ready to get us started, and we are underway from Heinz Field. Now here's Johnson, and they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Deontay Johnson.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
He'll be brought down by the... Broncos, it's a sack.
Dwayne Haskins sacked.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
A loss of
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Denver has Deontay Spencer deep to return. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at the 34. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the gun, it's Lock. Able to get this to Gordon. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start. Yeah,
I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On the return, Johnson. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On first down, it's Haskins. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He'll try and run for it with Connor. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 7 yards there and a first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Locke throwing on target to Fant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 2, Locke's going to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Complete to
Jerry Judy, 42 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Connor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver's offense ready to go again. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 34. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back.
Don't do us like that.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Locke working out of the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing on first down is Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed crossing route. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Locke. His throw incomplete. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down Broncos as Locke finds Judy. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Locke now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be second down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Locke. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the gun, lock, and down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Lock got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Lock. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Mess around and put that thing up where you permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that.
Brandon McManus.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. But just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a strong first half from the Missouri man, Drew Lock. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. With a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Lock now on first down. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run it here with Gordon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Locke. Out quickly to Judy. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Locke on the bootleg. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense. We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Locke, open man Hamler, that's complete.
Locke's pass.
7 yards, the pick up there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quick.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs. A lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Locke. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Drew Locke on target to Jerry Jeudy. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kick is good.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Steelers nothing. Brendan McManus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, you got deep? 47's the mic.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there. First down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Steelers nothing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Haskins pass.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On first down, it's Haskins. Ebron with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Throwing again, here's Haskins. That's complete, right around the 8. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Connor. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Now this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
45. Mike, 45.
They'll look to run with Connor, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner able to take this in from a yard out. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Gordon on first down. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Locke, he's set to take a knee, and that should do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.